Jack and I were originally met when we were playing at a place called the Casa de Angelo, and it was over in Spring Hill area. And he and I and one other were considered the gurus. We were the best of the best, and then all the others would just come to hear us, and people would sit around the fire, and it was great. And then 10 years ago, I decided to start the farm when Sue Geddert decided to. She said she knew that my second wife was in the final stages of cancer, and so she says, bring her to the farm, she'll love it. Because Sue used to come to the clubs wherever I was playing, and he was an avid fan of mine. And so she met me here to unlock the gate, and we talked a while. We sat here there was nothing here at the time. There was no stage, no lights, no nothing. And we sat here on a couch and watched my dogs play, and there was a peacock and so forth. Well, I said, she gave me a key and said, here, come anytime you want. So I had a key to the gate. And I said, what a great place for a jam session. So I got together with a few people, and it built, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it went out of control. But Jak Kelly also played here, and he was always a welcome player because everybody loved his material, and he has so many diversified types of songs. But right over, you can't see, but it's over there. There's he told me when he was in his final stages in his bed, he said he wants to be buried under a dogwood tree. So I went out and I got some people together. We found a dogwood. Actually, it's a bush. The tree doesn't work too well down here, but a dogwood. And then we had his cat Elsa, who had passed away and had been cremated, and he was cremated. So we took Elsa and Jack's ashes, dug a hole, put them in the hole, put a dogwood tree on top of it, filled it in, and we had a memorial here. And there was probably 50 to 100 people here, and just sitting around the area and we were talking about it. And then we had a little show, and it was a memorial for him. Well, the guy's a genius. Do you remember me? Ah, fantastic. Or, if we have time, to get a cookie here. This is a toe tapper that everybody seems to like. I get a lot of requests for it. I got a can full of dollars and an old green pole, taking my baby to the fishing hole. Down by the bend where the river runs wide, gonna ask my baby to be my bride. I'm picking some daisies, so licking my hand, take a deep breath of the Mississippi air, going back to the spot I found I love my old money. She's got a whole lot of freckles and strawberry hair, skin-tight shorts and her feet are bare, big green eyes and a turned-up nose. Says she loves the feeling of the mud between her toes. She catches more catfish than any two men, skins them up and flies them up and does it all again. Really isn't any wonder I fell in love with that old money. Well, I met her on a Sunday, having pushing my line to me, and never couldn't win. She got my belt and the cane pole snapped, and we both fell right in. Well, we got a little bit muddy, a whole lot of wet. Catching her eye was the best catch yet. Every time I think about her, just gotta say, never, ever, ever gonna let her get away. I'm picking some daisies, so licking my hair, take a deep breath of the Mississippi air, going back to the spot I found another old money. Oh, now ain't it any wonder I found another old money. Well, back in the early 60s and late 50s, I had a music company. So I was piano, I guess, tuned and repaired pianos, and I was tuning all the, about, I'd say 6 or 8 big nightclubs on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood. And I got a call on Friday night, and he said the string broke on the piano, and this was at the living room, and I'm in Hollywood Boulevard, I'm in Sunset Boulevard. And I said, okay, I'll be there. He says, because he got Redd Foxx, and he got the Paul Horn Trio playing, and I said, oh, this is great, you know, but now I've got to be on stage, because the musicians won't play with the broken string. And Redd Foxx is doing his show. So I'm behind in the darkness trying to fix and replace his broken strings on this piano.
As quietly as he could.
As quietly as possible. And he's up in the front, and he's got a big spotlight on him, so no big problem.
Sure.
And then a little while, of course, every now and then I hear a little noise, you know, and he looks over. So he starts continuing his jokes and laughing, but he keeps moving towards me. And then pretty soon the spotlight catches me in the corner there, you know, and he looks over and he says, hey, did you ever notice how these guys with beards have nice tans? and of course I smiled, and he says, when we take over, you may live. And I thought that was, of course, a broken buddy up. But now, I'm just an old fart. And we gotta do it. If I'm an old fart, I got an old fart song.
Good, love to hear it.
So here's a little bit of humor. I stepped out of the shower and got a good look at myself. I was a pot-bellied, bald-headed man. I thought it was somebody else. I caught my reflection in the mirror on the back of the bathroom door. You know, just don't look good naked anymore. I'm going upstairs, turn the bedroom mirror to the wall. I hung it there when I was young and trim and tall. I would stand in front and I would stretch and flex till my arms got sore, but I just don't look good naked anymore. Oh, I used to go out with the ladies, you know I left them one and all. Now they don't come around me much, they're afraid that I might fall. I'm going to the doctor for my annual medical exam. I stood there in the butt, and the doctor said, oh man. I said, what is it, doc, some fatal disease? I just got to know the score. He said, no, you just don't look good naked anymore. Oh, my wife and I had a dance routine everybody thought was unique. Now it's only when we're back to back that we're dancing cheek to cheek. So I went to a nude beach for a little bit of seaside fun. I was stretched out in my birthday suit, just soaking up the sun. Someone yelled, hey, there's a big white whale washed upon the shore. I said, oh my God, I just don't look good naked anymore. Whoa, now my arches fell in my chest, went to hell and my butt's dragging the floor. And I just don't look good naked anymore. No, no, I just don't look good naked anymore. Well, I guess it was in the 70s, late 60s. I guess it was in the 60s, 67, 68, when I came into St. Petersburg. And I ran across a little place, it was a coffee house, the oldest coffee house around. It was called the Waltz. And I went there and I played at the Waltz. And it was kind of like what we have here, only they didn't have amplification, and they didn't have only a small room. It was a house with a lot of rooms, and had a television room, they had a movie room, and they had the performance room, and they all overstuffed furniture, and it was kind of nice. And finally I said, well, I needed a place to stay, and he rented me a place upstairs, and I paid for it by performing. And I was one of the few people that actually got paid to perform, because most of us, all just like here, they don't get paid.
What year was this?
Oh, this is in the 60s, about 68, something like that, 67. I think that's about right, 67, 68. Hey, I'm an old fart. You know, I forget things real good, you know. But I ran across some good writers, and there was a young man named Danny Calais who wrote this next song, and it reminded me so much of my travels. I said, whoa, I just got to learn this song. So I had my handy little Sony cassette player, you know, and I recorded it when he played it, because he didn't have it written down. See, in those days, the writers didn't copyright. They didn't publish because they were against this, you know, basically they're anti-establishment.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have to go to an established firm to do this, and they wouldn't do that. So these songs you don't hear except at these coffee houses, and they're handed around. Well, this particular one struck home with me, and it's called The Ragged Edge of Day. Where the morning is a-dawning, and the open road is calling, my thoughts are wandering far ahead of my feet, making crazy figures in the soft white snow. But tomorrow is always a new day. I'm bound to ramble, I'm bound to roam, bound to call no place my home. I've got many miles to travel, many questions to unravel, and I've got to be wandering my way across the ragged edge of day. Where the morning sun is flashing and the green fields are laughing with hopes for seasons yet to be. Highway stretches on and on, past memories of word and song. The end of the trail is no beginning, and I'm bound to ramble, I'm bound to roam, bound to call no place my home. I've got many miles to travel, many questions to unravel. I've got to be wandering my way across the ragged edge of day. But the morning is a-dawning, and the crystal dew is falling, with a whisper chant of flower-fragrant rebirth. And the world is drenched in reverie, resounding wildwood symphonies. Nighttime softly flees, the shadow silence. 'Cause I'm bound to ramble, I'm bound to roam, bound to call no place my home. I got many miles to travel, many questions to unravel. I've got to be wandering my way across the ragged edge of day.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Ragged Edge of Day, Danny Calais.
Danny Calais.
He's not with us anymore. It seems all the good ones die. I ran across a fellow here in St. Peter named Jak Kelly, a fantastic writer and artist, singer, and we became friends. And we found out that over the years, we played a lot of the same places. Like I would be there just shortly before them or shortly after them. And it was kind of interesting. But he wrote fabulous stuff. And one of my favorites is a thing called Do You Remember Me? Because everybody knows that when you're in high school, you have that one special girl or guy, whichever, and you always wanted to have it go somewhere. But things changed and you drifted apart and somebody left town, but you always wondered about that one particular one. And he wrote this song called Do You Remember Me? And I just fell in love with it. When you're down in trouble, like everybody gets sometimes, I slip into a world of fantasy. The story told most often when you're hiding or just biding time, thoughts of special times and memories. Do you remember me like I remember you? Sometimes late and morning, a dream come true. As I sort my memories, seems like yours is always clear, outstanding in the good times of my life. You and I together share the joys and pains of life. We fought in love just like the grown-ups did. Never thinking time could ever take its toll. But what did we know? We were only kids. Do you remember me like I remember you? Sometimes late and lonely, your dream come true. As I sort my memories, yours is clear, outstanding in the good times of my life. I often thought of calling, but somehow never did. You probably wouldn't even know my name. Been so many years, and if you've changed as much as me, I know it really can never be the same. Do you remember me like I remember you? Sometimes late and lonely, your dream come true. As I sort my memories, seems like yours is always clear, outstanding in the good times of my life. And I thank you for the good times in my life. I like some music. It runs from the blues. I like the blues. I do definitely like the blues. But I also like jazz and I like folk music. And in fact, they used to tell me all the time, they said, you know, I said, what I used to do, see, I would take folk music and jazz it up. And then later on, I just took jazz music and, oh, wait a minute, no. I didn't say that.
You want to start again?
No, it's use your imagination. But when the was calm blue heaven. I turn to the right, lead the right line, lead you to my blue heaven. You find a smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room, a little less than nestled where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, baby makes three. We're happy in my blue heaven. Thunder smiling face, fireplace, a cozy room, little less than nestles where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, and baby next three. We're happy in my blue heaven. Oh yes we are, because we're happy in my blue heaven. Oh, my blue heaven.
Beautiful.
It's a little different, but if I was to play something, it would have to be. Everybody talking about the seventh son. In the whole wide world, there is only one, and I'm the one. Oh, yes, I'm the one. 'Cause I'm the one, what they call the seventh son. I can tell your future, it'll come to pass. Do things to you, make your heart feel glad. Look at the sky, predict the rain. Tell where the woman's got another man. 'Cause I'm the one. Oh, yes I am. I'm the one. 'Cause I'm the one, what they call the seventh son. Talk his words, sound so sweet, make your little heart skip a beat. I can heal the sick and raise the dead, make little girls talk out of their heads. 'Cause I'm the one, yes I am. Oh, yes I'm the one. 'Cause I'm the one, what they call the seventh son. Yeah, I heard it originally by Mose Allison. Now, instead of, everybody said, oh, that was
Muddy Waters.
No, Rivers.
Yeah.
No, Johnny Rivers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did Seventh Son,
Yeah.
but he did more of a rock and roll thing. But I heard it originally by Mose Allison, which is way back before that. And I always liked Mose Allison anyhow. He did pretty neat stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is one that I get very few requests for. Because basically I like it because when my voice is giving me problems, which it does quite frequently, I can play an instrumental. And I don't have to worry about the words. But it is pretty both ways. But you're going to have to suffer through an instrumental.
Takes my breath away.
Nice.
Whoa! Willie Nelson, great writer, wrote many good songs. But one of them I happen to like very much, and he did it with Ray Charles. See if you can remember this one. Headed down to her brown eyes, let's say a prayer for me. She threw her arms around him, whispered God will keep us free. You could hear the riders coming, said this is my last fight. If you take me back to Texas, you'll take me back alive. There were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. They were praying for the lovers in the valley of the gun. When the battle stopped and it smoked up, there was thunder from the throne. 7 Spanish angels took another angel home. She reached out and picked the gun up that lay smoking in his hand. She said, Father, please forgive me. I can't make it without my man. And she knew the gun was empty, and she knew she couldn't win. Then her final prayer was answered, and the rifle fired again. There were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. They were praying for the lovers in the valley of the gun. The battle stopped and the smoke left. There was what's really funny is when a lot of beginners, when they come in there play and they say, Rod, you've never made any mistakes. I said, yes, I do. I make them all the time. I just had a lot of years of experience of covering them up. Today I laughed, of course, because I realized when I made a mistake. And but I tell them, just keep playing, don't talk. Just and
9 times out of 10, people don't even know you made
a lot
a
of times, if you
mistake.
make a mistake and you go around, do it again on purpose, then they'll just think it belongs there. And I say it's kind of weird, but it's different.
It's great. Hey, hang
All
on.
right. This is a song that I wrote a while back. It's strictly an instrumental. It made me think of being up in Vermont and up in the north, and during the time when the colors are changing, the leaves are sitting by a brook or a stream or a lake, and all the colors and the peacefulness out in the woods. And I called it Autumn Waltz. So close your eyes and just imagine you're still there. Great tune. Hey, I'm going to do another song here. A little thing from Porgy and Bess called Summertime. And of course, on my extreme left here is a very fine songwriter. And if you ever get a chance to hear him, please do, because he does write some of the best songs, like Don't Be a Wind. That's one of his big songs, which really sells a lot.
I Don't Want Your Disease. That was
No, yeah, I Don't Want Your Disease. That's another one that goes well. But he does write some beautiful stuff. I mean,
But I'm here as a percussionist today.
Today he's a percussionist there. Just for the hell of it. Just, okay, here we go. I gotta get these old bones working. I'm gonna do a little thing called Summertime. Fish are jumping daddy's rich and your mom is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings, take to the sky. But till that morning, ain't nothing gonna harm you. With your daddy and mammy standing by. Till that morning, there ain't nothing gonna harm you. With your daddy and mammy standing by. With your daddy and mammy standing by summertime. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good tune.
That's some farm gold right there.
Oh, yeah. Without percussion or like that, made it.
I
It
made
would have
it.
been a real dog.
You want to get your guitar and play it on?
Come on, Frank.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Get your guitar and do one of your. Either you can do the bridge tender or the one that's really good.
The good one you do. Do that good one you do.
They're all good.
They're all good, yeah.
But
I think you're thinking the tried and tried is
Tried
the
and
one that
tried,
I
yes.
like.
Try.
I have a mental hernia when it comes to getting the word out for that.
Beautiful.
That's a nice way to end an evening.
It is. Thank you so much, Rod.
My pleasure. Anytime.